claiming that you're challenging people and making people think when you're just recycling 10-year-old culture war arguments.
Comedy, like, as you can all probably tell now, Callum is a huge comedy fan. Please subscribe. The best kind of comedy is meant to make you laugh and then feel uncomfortable about it. It will make you think about issues that you normally would not address. Do you know, Dave?
Right, Dave.
I've never really thought of it like that, but I suppose you are right.
Do you want me to be a nerd about this?
Yeah, go on, then.
Now we're going into my area of interest. Yes, 100%. I think a lot of comedy stems from discomfort, and relatability is paramount. If you're working within uncomfortable topics, it also has to be relatable, because I feel like some people will hide behind the make jokes about things. Right. I'm rambling because I have an example in mind, and I hope people understand what I'm saying. Ricky Gervais. I'm a big Ricky Gervais fan. I loved The Office, Derek, Extras, Afterlife, all of it. All his films. I think he's brilliant. I don't think he's a good stand-up comedian.
I've never found his stand-up comedy particularly, but I'm weird with...
I think his writing is lazy. I think his last 3 specials have been one joke split into 3 hours, and I was very disappointed when his 2023 special came out, because it suddenly felt like one of my heroes was a old man shouting outdated nonsense on stage. He will always, but I discuss the uncomfortable. It's like, you've been making like 3 trans jokes for the last 8 years of your career. You're not pushing any boundaries. You're just... Do you know what I mean? I think he's gone... he's a weird one, because, yes, in theory, I agree with what he says when he defends his jokes, but I don't think his jokes are strong enough for that defense. And he will say, I've thought about that joke for longer than it took you to write that article. Yeah. That is a good point, except when it's not true. Because if I can dissect your joke and go, it's kind of, it might have made me chuckle, but it's not really funny. It's just offensive.
Yeah.
And sometimes you will get a laugh out of me because you said a naughty word. You know, I do like a joke that pushes boundaries.
Yeah.
But I think Ricky Gervais is a man who had his pulse on UK culture for 20 years, and he ain't got it anymore.
Yeah.
He really doesn't.
It's like if Grandpa started a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I think Ricky Gervais is not culturally in sync the way he used to be. And since he stopped working with Steve Merchant, I think, propped Ricky Gervais up a lot more than
Steve Merchant is funny.
A lot more than
he is funny.
I think Ricky Gervais needs to give Stephen Merchant a lot more credit for his success.
See, so the Mojack's comment that, I never used to like Ricky Gervais either, and I still don't like his stand-up comedy. I don't find it funny at all. And by the way, Ricky, if you happen to stumble across this, I would still love to have you on for a chat.
Oh, yeah.
I know your agent said no last time, but, until I saw Afterlife, that completely changed my opinion of Ricky Gervais, because somebody who can write something so emotionally charged.
He is a very good writer.
Yeah.
TV and film writer.
Afterlife was...
he's a stand-up comic.
Afterlife was incredible.
Amazing show.
Absolutely incredible.
I do think, skill dude, Ricky is no Carlin. I do think Ricky Gervais tries to be a George Carlin, but misses the mark.
Yeah.
Because even if you go back and look at Carlin stuff now, there's a few things in there where I would now disagree with it, because we're 30 years in the future, and what was potentially a progressive attitude in 19 whatever is... times change,
Yeah.
So what was progressive back then might even be seen as a little bit conservative now. It depends.
This comment.
Right, Dave.
Ricky Gervais has the problem that he has a reputation for being brutal, so the nuance of jokes being removed and replaced by being as shocking as possible, that has an adverse effect.
Yeah. I just think he spent his career making fun of exactly what he became.
Yeah.
he's so unself-aware in his, I don't even want to say political takes, because this is another thing that bugged me about his last special, was he spent the first 20 minutes talking about highly divisive political topics, and then went into a 10-minute bit about how he doesn't interact with politics because it's comedy and politics and comedy should be set. And if you're preaching politics on stage, then that's a rally. It's not a comedy show. And it's like, mate, that's exactly what you're doing.
Exactly.
And not only that, sorry, I'm on one now.
No.
And not only that, you only play to your own audience.
Yeah.
He will do, and don't get me wrong, he's earned that. He's a very successful man. If he wants to only play to rooms of his own audience, I have no gripe with that. But what I do have gripe with is claiming that you're challenging people and making people think when you're just recycling 10-year-old culture war arguments in your classic Gervais charming way and thinking you're just going to get away with it. We notice these things. Real comedy fans tend to pay attention to when someone is on the decline. And Ricky Gervais, I think he fell off a cliff a long time ago.
Yeah. But it's comedy. Like, as you can all probably tell now, Callum is a huge comedy fan. But it's standard. Like, he'll say, "Oh, have you seen this comedian?" And you'll show me clips on you, and most of the time I may titter a little bit. I only seem to find stand-up comedians funny if I'm watching them live with other people laughing. And most of the time, I feel like I'm laughing at the other people laugh. You know, they say laugh is contagious. Yeah. I feel it's that more than...
It's a different atmosphere.
More than the jokes, you know, because a lot of the jokes that really make me pee my pants are just so stupid. Like the one I've told you about, the comedian we've seen in Benidorm lots of times. Yeah. And he's talking about his girlfriend being from Liverpool, and the implication is that people from Liverpool are like chavs, and you know, and he says when his girlfriend puts her pajamas on, he never knows whether she wants to go to bed or to Asda. You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Check the picture in the Blinder Gang chat. I wish I could, Lindsay. Oh, actually, I could just pick my phone up, couldn't I? Just ignore me. Just pretend I know what I'm talking about. Picture in Blinder Gang chat.
Oh no, it's Andy. I also missed Mock of the Week. That was absolutely fantastic.
Hang on, what's going on here? Yeah, Lindsay, I like that picture.
What is it?
I don't know, it's weird. It's some person with a CC wig on. And then...
I know this is blasphemous to the UK comedy scene after I just talked about how much of a comedy fan I am. What is the best Billy Connolly for me to really look at? Because I've never really done that deep dive.
Yeah, Billy Connolly's very funny.
I like Billy Connolly.
Very funny.
I've seen little bits of him here and there, but I've never really sat down and watched Billy Connolly.
Some of he's quite how can I describe what Billy Connolly's like? He's quite brutal.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's quite brutal, he is. And it's all story based.
Yeah, I do like a good story.
You know, like Lee Evans. You know, like Lee Evans absolutely creases me.
Yeah,
like
Lee Evans is the goat.
Me, but only when he's talking about his wife.
Yeah.
And it's only because 9 times out of 10, he's describing everyone's wife. Sorry, wives, you know this to be, you're all nuts. He is literally, and that's, I think, you know what you're saying about being relatable.
Yeah.
That's...
Oh, Lee Evans has that relatability.
Yeah.
Nailed. Do you know who else?